Good morning again. This is Dwayne, and we've been doing a series on good stuff you really ought to know about music. And yesterday we took up the tune Londonderry Air and demonstrated how to put in some fills between the main section of the song. Previously we had learned how to play block chords on the melody to make the melody stand out, and then in the next video we talked about the fills. And if you recall, after the melody stops or pauses at that point, then we used a fill like a run, a 4-octave run. That's all block chords. Then I said we could, at some point, we could just echo the chord. We took up a half-step slide there where we slid from A flat 7th down to G 7th. And we went back to the runs. Echo. And I saved the middle, or the second part till now. When we got home to 1, we went down a whole step to B flat, then came up by half steps to B. Okay, so that brings us to the next section, and I think in the second section you ought to do something different than block chords, because the listeners have probably had enough of block chords for right then. So I would go to kind of a big sound like that. My right hand's playing an octave with one chord note in between. You could use thirds, octave thirds if you want. In other words, here's the melody, and you could put a third under the top octave note wherever it sounds decent. I wouldn't put it in there because that's a non-chordal tone, but you could do that. Then when you got there, the fill, a good fill would be an open octave run like that, where you take an octave and play the octave, fifth, octave, octave, fifth, octave, octave, fifth, or the second, fifth, second, fifth octave. Either way is okay. Okay, let's take it again. Continue on. There'd probably do a A minor run there. Continue with the strong octave sound. And you could do that half step slide there again. This is kind of the climax of the song. Whoops. Forgot how the melody went. Or better yet, you could go back to block chords for the very end. So let's take it from then. Slow down there, and then in on C or any substitute. You get into C or A flat, maybe go to D flat and C, or you could do a whole declension. You could start on F sharp, diminished 7th, and then go down to F minor 7th, E minor 7th, E flat, D minor, D flat, and home to C. Let me show you how that works. Okay, those are just some ideas of what you can do in the way of fillers. To sum it all up, if you're using block chords, then you want a contrast to that block chord in your fillers. You want to do something that sounds entirely different. And also in the middle section of a song, you probably want to use some contrast too from the block chords. And that's where I went to the full chords in both hands for a big sound. Like so. Okay, if you enjoy this sort of thing and you get some helpful tips here, then come on over to playpiano.com and sign up for our free series of piano tips. And hope to see you there. So bye-bye for now.